Hey guys, what's up? It's Tara. So, I'm absolutely fucking terrified for today's video, to say the least. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just so aware of the fact that this video that you guys have asked me and begged me for so long, and I'm finally just doing it and giving it to you guys as a huge thank you for hitting 200,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. You guys always ask me to tell you my most insane, like, festival story times. This video is going to be long. I want to like take the time to tell you guys these stories and really just like dive into some funny fucked up memories that I have from my time at festivals. This video does touch on the topics of binge drinking and the use of party favors, and it is what it is. I realize that I'm not like a cookie cutter family friendly YouTuber. I've never claimed to be, and I am very aware of the fact that I'm going straight to hell when I die. Straight to hell, and I am totally okay with that. So anyway, if you guys get easily offended by stories that have to do with like partying and things like that, literally don't watch this video. Sit back, get your fucking snacks, bitch, and let's dive in. This first story time is something that I think a lot of people can relate to, and that is babysitting your fucked up best friends. You know when like your friend is just like a little bit too fucked up and you're kind of seeing them make some poor decisions and you're like, okay, maybe I should step in. This is one of those stories where I like literally saved myself from burning to death. I know. And then also helping one of my really fucked up friends. So I'm just gonna set the scene for you guys. I'm freshly 18, okay? I still have brown hair. I freshly had my braces off. Like, I was such a child. And it's so funny because this story is not actually about being at the festival. It's about after. We went to Paradiso. We raged. I was sleeping in a tent with like 3 other girls. So I fell asleep in my tent. And basically the story is how fucking traumatic it was for me to wake up in that tent the next morning. My friend, I'll call her, what should I call her? Freely. I'm gonna call her Freely, okay? Everybody had made it back to the tent and I was asleep, and it was the day that we were gonna pack up and leave. I wasn't really hungover, but obviously I just have like 0 serotonin left. Like, I am dead. And it's like 6 a.m. and I'm like laying and sleeping in the tent, and all I hear is and I'm like, that's weird. That sounds like a lighter. I was like, maybe someone's like hitting the bong. I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna ignore it, okay? So then my eyes are still closed and all I hear is and it's a fucking lighter. And I'm like, what is that lighter noise? You guys, I shit you not. I shit you not. I cannot make this shit up. I see my friend Freely at the front of the tent with a lighter in her hand at the zipper going like and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And then she kept saying like, I have to pee. You guys, this bitch was literally so fucked up. She couldn't figure out how to open the tent, that she was trying to use a lighter to burn the door open with 3 sleeping girls in the tent next to her. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty fucking sure that tents are extremely flammable. Like, I don't know what material that it's made out of, but I'm pretty fucking sure if it caught on fire, we would all be dead and we'd all be stuck inside this fucking tent. And I've caught on fire once before in my life and I don't want to do it again. And she's like, I have to pee. And I'm like, okay, so like you're gonna burn the tent down and like kill all of us? So I remember I had to get out of my sleeping bag. I opened it for her and she was just like, not. She was just like, when I tell you I was looking at a shell of a human, it was a shell of a human. Like, no one was home. No one was home. Like, she literally must have drank so much alcohol. Like, I've never seen Freely, actually, I've never seen her that fucked up in my entire life. So I was like, I am a good friend, obviously, and I was like, I don't know if I should honestly let her go pee by herself. Like, she's clearly fucked up. I don't even think she's actually awake. Like, she can't really actually say words, you know? So I'm like, okay, I'll take you to the porta potties. We're walking to the porta potties and she's just kind of like not really saying anything. She's stumbling around and I'm like, I literally feel like I'm walking like, I don't even know, like a child or something. So we make it to the porta potties and this is literally the level of, I've never seen someone so fucked up. Actually, no, I actually don't think I have. It's actually crazy. So we get to the porta potties and I'm like, okay, like there's the porta potties, like go pee, like whatever. And I literally was 18. Like I had never seen anything like this in my life. She literally walks to the porta potty, walks to it, stops in front of it, turns around and faces me and like looks at me just with no one home, pulls her pants down and squats in front of a row of like 6 porta potties. This girl doesn't even go in the porta potty. She's like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna pee in front of the porta potty. And I'm just like, honestly, at this point, whatever. You almost killed me already, and then now you're peeing in public. Like, I'm pretty sure you can get arrested for that. But we're like on these campgrounds, like there's no fucking rules or law. Like no one gives a fuck. So anyway, she just pees and I'm like, do you want some toilet paper? Like, do you want me to like assist you in some way? Like at this point, I'm just like, whatever. She finishes, she like pulls her pants up and I'm like, okay, Freely, like, come on, like, let's go back to our tent. Sleep it off, like, just sleep it off. Like, you're literally not even awake. She starts to speak all of a sudden and she just is talking all this shit about like, no, like, we need to go find Dee and Tyler. Like, Dee and Tyler are sleeping in a tent over here. And Dee and Tyler are 2 like guy friends. And I'm like, what? No, they're sleeping at our campsite. And she's like so fucking certain. She's so certain that they are not sleeping at our campsite. And she's so certain that they're sleeping at a campsite that's like closer to the porta potties. She was like, no. They went to sleep here last night. They went to sleep here last night. And I was kind of like, dude, ask me what's wrong with me. This girl, literally, I woke up to her trying to kill me, arsonist vibes. And then I watched her public urination and I'm still believing that she knows where my friend Dee and Tyler are. I'm like following her. I'm like, okay, like maybe they made friends somewhere and they fell asleep at like not our campsite. Like, I don't know, shit happens. Like, I could not confirm whether they were asleep in their tent or not. I'm following this bitch Freely and these poor girls, okay, she literally walks up to this like mini tent, like, you know, the mini tent that's either for a single person or if it's like for a couple. She gets on her hands and knees and opens this tent, starts crawling in, and I literally just see these 2 girls sit and wake up and they're looking at her and I feel like they're like trying to think like, do we know this person? And then they realize, no, we have no fucking clue who this drunk bitch is crawling into our tent, and they're literally like, get the fuck out, like get the fuck out, like who are you, like get away, like whatever. Literally 6 a.m. some drunk bitch trying to crawl into their teeny tiny tent. And then, oops, and then Freely's like, oh no. And I'm literally like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry, she's really fucked up. Like, I'm just gonna take her. I take her and then I'm like, okay, no more. I'm taking everything away from you. I'm taking your lighter away from you. I'm walking you back to this fucking campsite and I'm putting your ass to sleep and you're gonna fucking sleep it off. And the crazy thing was, she probably slept for like 4 more hours. No recollection that any of this happened. She literally was like, what are you talking about? And what am I talking about? You mean what am I talking about? I'm talking about how you almost killed 3 of your best friends by lighting our tent on fire, peed in front of a bunch of urinals, and then tried to get into a tent with 2 random girls because you thought Dee and Tyler were in there. You're trying to tell me that you don't remember that. And she was like, I literally have no recollection of that at all. And that is so fucking scary to me that she was just like, no one was home. No one was in that. When I say shell of a human, it was like a body being like, I have to pee. And then imagine if I let her go by herself. Just imagine if I let her pee by herself. There's just some moments where you see your friend and you're like, they need fucking help. And if you guys see your friend and they're like a little bit too fucked up and they're like making some poor decisions, just fucking step in and take care of them. Don't be annoyed by them being too fucked up, because if it was you, you would also want them to help you. So that's just also a piece of advice with this crazy fucking story. Oh, this is a good one. I think it was like the first night. It was the first night of Ultra when we were inside. I made friends with basically a drug dealer, like literally a drug dealer's girlfriend. Well, we were buying something from them, and as my friend Lex was going to the ATM to pull out money, I was just talking to this guy's girlfriend. I was like, oh, like, where are you from? She was like Minnesota or Michigan or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And I was just chatting to her like how I would chat to like any normal person. And as we were leaving, I guess like she went up to him and she was like, oh my god, these girls are so nice, like I actually really like them, like da 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 da. And he came up to me and he was like, oh, my girlfriend says that you're really chill, like she says you're a really nice person, so like as a gift I'm going to gift this to you. And I was like, what? And I opened this piece of paper and it's literally 2 tabs of acid, and I'm just like, holy fuck. He was like, yeah, like it's really, really good. Like, I don't know if you want to take it tonight, because like it was already dark when he gave it to me, and it was like, I'm not gonna start taking acid at like 9 p.m. Fuck that. So anyway, so then he was like, yeah, like you just have this like as a gift for like being a chill person. And I was like, no fucking way. I was like, this person just gave me acid for free. Like, that's fucking sick. And like, mind you, I hadn't done acid before. I had done shrooms before, and I just thought that acid is really full on. And honestly, I've said this in a previous video and I will say this again. I do not think that everybody should do acid. It's a really intense psychedelic, and I think if you have anxiety and things like that, it may not be the best for you. It's like, there's a lot going on. It lasts for 8 hours plus. Like, just saying, it's not for everybody, but I was like, oh my god, I'm totally fucking taking this. Obviously, again, not condoning drug use. Do at your own, like, whatever. Don't do drugs. Stay in school, whatever. So yeah. Anyway, so I did this acid. My friend Lex didn't do any. She has really high anxiety. She knew that she like wasn't gonna fuck with it if she did it. And I was like, okay, cool. So Lex just drank, and then I was tripping on acid. I actually waited till day 2, and I took half a tab at like 3 p.m. You guys, I took half a tab. It lasted for 12 hours. It literally lasted for 12 hours. I remember so many things. It's crazy. Like, you can do acid once and it lasts like 8, 10, 12 hours, but you feel like it was a whole lifetime. Like, it's like literally like a trip. Like, you feel like so many things happen in that time period. It's like a whole lifetime in those 8 to 10 hours. So the lights were amazing. The music felt amazing. I was having a good time. I wasn't really talking that much because I was just like so overstimulated. I think I was like taking everything in. So Lex is like talking to the guys. I'm literally in my own world. Like, everything feels amazing. I'm dancing. The lights look good. Fuck yeah, I'm on acid. Everything's amazing. The music's like flowing through me. Like, I'm fucking vibing. And I look to the side of me, right? I look to the right. And I just remember laying eyes on this guy, and it's such a distinct memory. Like, I remember exactly what this guy looks like. And he's like tall, kind of skinny, and he has platinum blonde hair. He's wearing sunglasses, and he has a flag around his neck. And I just see him, and he's almost like majestic or something. And I'm like just dancing, having a good time. And I look over and I see this guy. But he has these big ass sunglasses on, and I can't really tell if he's like looking at me. So literally, this is what I see him doing. He's like, and I'm just like, literally, I'm like, who, me? Like, who is this, me? And I'm looking at him, and then we're like this, and then he's doing it back to me, and then we're just like, and we're just vibing from like a distance. Like, he was a good distance away. He was just like really tall. And it's crazy because I feel this like connection to him like from a distance. And I'm like, oh my god, maybe he's also on acid, and we're both on acid, and there's just like this energy between us, and like, this is so wild. And so I turn to my friend Lex, and I'm like, Lex, look at this guy. Like, look at this guy. Like, isn't he so funny? And Lex is looking, and she's like, oh my god, who? And I'm like, the guy, he's like the tall blonde guy with like the fucking flag on his like whatever and the glasses. And she's like, I can't see him. And I'm like, the tall blonde guy, he has like the flag and he has like the glasses, and we're like dancing like this. You guys, no one could see him. No one could see this person. And I literally to this day am like, holy fuck, did I hallucinate a whole ass person? Like, you guys, no one could see him. Like, Lex was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, the guy with the flag, and he has the glasses on, the platinum hair. And she's like, I literally don't see him. And I'm like looking over and I'd be like, but no one else could see him. And I was like, holy fuck. If I hallucinated him, I will be so upset. Like, I will be so upset. I don't think acid is like that. I don't think you hallucinate like a whole human. I think you see like vibrations and colors, and like I could see like buildings morphing kind of and moving, but I don't think I could hallucinate a whole person. So I think that my friend Lex just like genuinely couldn't spot him, but we were fucking vibing. I've never felt a connection like that with someone in my life. And I was like, maybe he took the same acid that I did, and if he did, that'd be kind of sick. And yeah, so that was a majestic moment. Like, he was a fucking unicorn in real life. Like, it was just a connection. And I miss him. I never spoke to him though. We only were from a distance. I think we were both on like a level where we knew we didn't want to like actually meet. We just wanted to like vibe. Anyway, so yeah, that was the first time I did acid. How crazy is that story? That's a good one. Oh, I will never get over that guy. So this is a little story time about my road trip to Base Canyon. So I went to Base Canyon for like the first time like 2 years ago, whatever. And when I tell you guys I went with a big group, this is gonna sound insane. I had a rave fam that was 30 people large, like literally 30 people. We had two massive campsites. One had 15 people, the other one had like 15 more people. Literally best weekend of my fucking life. But the road to Base Canyon was it was a little bit messy. It was a little bit messy because we had so many people with us, and we had a bunch of cars, and we also had a truck with the trailer. It's the day before Base Canyon, and we have to drive to the gorge. I think we were going from Portland. Yeah, we were going from Portland. All of us could fit in the cars, but then I think one person brought up, they were like, oh, I kind of want to ride in the trailer like while the truck is pulling it, just because I can have more space. I don't have to be in a car that's really cramped. Like, I want to go in the trailer. And then this girl, Sarah, was also like, I want to go in the trailer. And then this guy, Alan, was like, I'll go in the trailer. And then obviously I'm like, I want to go in the trailer. Me, so fun. Like, illegal. I want to fucking go in it. And legally, you're not supposed to have people in a trailer that like doesn't have the car part attached to it. Like, you're supposed to just ride in the car, and then when you're pulling the trailer, it's supposed to be empty for safety reasons. I wonder fucking why, because it's fucking dangerous. And we're in this trailer for probably like the first 15 minutes, and we get on the freeway, and as we're in it, the truck that's pulling us is going so fast that the trailer that we're in is literally like this. Like literally rocking from side to side. And I'm in it. I am in the back of it with these 3 other people, and we're literally like this. And I was like, I don't like this. Like, I want to get out. Like, if this keeps rocking like this, I don't want to do this. Like, this is fucking scary. So then somebody calls my friend Brian, and they're like, hey, like, are you guys moving in the back of the trailer? Because it looks like it's rocking a lot. Like, just stay still. And we were like, we're literally holding on for our dear lives. Like, we're not moving. Like, we're like holding on to things. So they were like, you need to tell them to slow down. So then our other friends called them, and they're like, okay, will you drive slower? Like, you can't drive as fast as other cars, like, because of the RV, like, you need to drive slower. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. So anyway, so then they start driving like probably 15 miles an hour slower than everybody else, and like, that was fine. So then it was less scary to be in the back of the trailer, and it was just chill. We had to be driving for like 4 hours. It was gonna take us like 4 hours to get there. I think we made it like 45 minutes till we were like, fuck it. And we just started cracking beers in the back of this trailer, and we're just drinking. And we're like casually drinking. And then like, we were with a group of 30 people. So like, we were packing, okay? We had some shit on us. Like, we were ready to rage at Base Canyon for a whole fucking weekend. Like, we had shit with us, you know? Basically what I'm saying is that if we got pulled over and our trailer got searched, we would literally all go to federal prison. Like, that is the type of shit that I'm talking about. Goodbye. take me to fucking jail. Like, that's like what was happening. But I was like, we're not gonna fucking get pulled over. Like, why would we get pulled over? We're driving 15 miles under the speed limit. We closed all the blinds in the trailer so like nobody could see that we were in there, and we were just literally chilling, drinking beer, like having a good time. We stopped to get gas, and I bought some White Claws. Actually, I bought like 3 packs of White Claws, and we just start getting hammered. We were getting hammered in the back of this fucking trailer. So then I was like, okay, well, the trailer's not rocking so much. I'm pretty drunk, and by the time we get there, I'm gonna wanna keep partying. So I'm gonna do my makeup in this trailer while it's like kind of shaking, whatever. So we're doing our makeup in the back of this trailer. We're getting ready. And then we were getting to the part of the gorge where it was like canyons. There's parts like when you go to the gorge where you're going up for a really long time. And then, of course, I'm fucking hammered doing my makeup in the back of this RV, and what happens? What do you think happens? The truck breaks down. The truck breaks down. Literally stops fucking driving, literally breaks down on the side of the road, and I'm just like, we're fucked. We're literally fucked. Like, literally, I can't even describe to you how fucked we were. Like, literally, all of our friends were way far ahead of us because we were driving slower than everybody else. So everyone was already almost there. We're behind, and now our truck breaks down on the side of a freeway. Let me just ask you, what happens when you're a broken down car on the side of a freeway? People pull over and ask you if you're okay. Specifically police. Specifically police that are looking for kids with shit in their car on the way to the gorge. Tell me how this is my life right now. Tell me how this is my life. Tell me how this is my life. I'm too pretty to go to jail. Just kidding. But no, for real. Like, I literally don't ever want to be arrested. And I was like, you guys, you need to close the blinds. Everybody needs to get in this trailer, and we need to shut the door, and you need to not speak a fucking word, because I'm like, literally, when a cop sees us, they are going to pull over and they are going to ask you questions. And I remember I was like very adamant about this because I have been to the gorge a bunch of times. I know that on festival weekends, cops just fucking patrol that freeway, like literally up and down, up and down. So anyway, the cops come, as I fucking knew that they would, and we're just dead silent. And these cops pull up, and luckily they were actually really nice. They were like, hey guys, like the 2 guys that were in the front of the car were like just the only ones outside. They talked to the cops. The cops were like, what's wrong? They were like, oh, our car broke down. They were like, do you need help? And they were like, no, we have roadside insurance. We called AAA. Like, someone's gonna come and help us. I just literally saw my neighbor peek around their balcony and stare into my window. That was so uncomfortable. Because they can hear me when I talk, I think, and I'm like screaming right now telling this video. Oh my god, that was like so sus. Do they do that all the time? Oh my god, that is like so invasive. That was so fucking creepy. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so anyway, back to my story. Now I feel like fucking weird. Why'd she have to make me feel uncomfortable? Okay, so basically the cops come and they get us, and I mean, sorry, the cops don't come get us. Luckily they don't look inside the trailer and they don't check it, so we don't get caught. They don't search the trailer, they don't do anything, they literally just leave. They were honestly super nice, just like checking to see if we were okay. Somebody else had to drive back with a different truck, hook up another truck, tow the other truck. It was a fucking mess, but basically what I'm saying is that I didn't go to prison, so like, that was dope. I literally can't get over my neighbor. What a fucking sus bitch. Guys, that's our car, that's our RV, and this is us. Okay, this is the last story that I'm going to tell you guys really quickly just because it's really funny, and I think I need to make a video on how to take pictures of other people, because this one time I was at Ultra and I was in the pit and there was this group of people that we were kind of dancing with, and there was this one guy that was in front of me and he was so cute. I remember he was wearing a really cute like 3M outfit that like maybe had straps on his legs, and he had like glasses. Like, he was fabulous and he was like dancing. He looked amazing. Like, he looked so good. He turns around and he looks at me and he's like, hey, will you take a photo for me? Like, I want to ask you because like you're a girl, like you know probably how to like take pictures for someone. And I was like, yeah, for sure, I can fucking pop off. You guys, if you ever need someone to take a photo for you, I am that bitch. I will literally hit your angles like no one you've ever met before. I have taken photos for my friends and like without them even asking me, gotten on my stomach, like laying on the ground just to get the angle below them to where like their legs look a little bit longer, their butt looks a little bit lifted. Like, I will fucking snap on your angles, okay? So this guy asked me to take a photo of him, and the background of it is amazing. Like, it's the main stage at Ultra. The sky looks really pretty, and I literally like dropped down to one knee because I'm trying to get like an angle up from like below him so you could get the whole stage in it with like a little bit of the sky. And as I'm taking the photos, just like confetti and like smoke and fire like sparks up into the sky, and he's just posing like this, and I'm just like literally like, yes, yes, yes. These pictures were so good. Like, I didn't even have to look at them for that long to know that these were amazing fucking pictures. And I remember I showed it to him, and he was like a very petite person, and I showed him the picture and he freaked the fuck out. He was literally like half the size of me, and he literally took his arms, picked me up like under my butt cheeks, and was like jumping up and down and swinging around, and then starts like humping me. And I was like, oh my god, this kid is fucking crazy. But also I was like living for it, and he was like, you fucking killed it, bitch. Oh my god, I love these pictures. And I was like, oh my god, that makes me feel so good. I just like took these bomb photos of him, and he's so happy. So like, if you ever at a festival and you see me and you need a photo, I got you. I got you. I will take your fucking pictures. Okay guys, so those are all of my mini festival story times of today. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you fucked with it. If you guys want a part 2 of these videos, I literally have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of more story times that I could make. If you guys want to hear them, just let me fucking know. I'm down to tell them. At this point, I have nothing to lose. I will share all of my stories. I can tell you all of my experiences about like all these things. Thank you guys again for 200,000 subscribers. This is the whole reason that I'm doing this video, because I know that you guys really wanted it. Telling these stories just makes me like, honestly, I can't wait. Not even just for festivals. Like, I just can't wait until life is normal again, to where I can go out and meet new people and listen to live music and have a good time. Like, it's such a part of my life that I miss. But to be honest, I think I've kind of really connected with the quarantine lifestyle, and I think I've really accepted it, and I've been in a really good flow lately. And I know we're at the end of 2020, so I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for being there for me. This was a really hard year for me. I spent majority of it being kind of depressed, honestly, and now that I'm out of it at the end, I just like genuinely want to thank you guys for always being there for me and letting me have this outlet to talk to you all. Let me know what your favorite story was out of all of them. If you guys would like to keep up with me over on my Instagram, it is at Tara0Neil. You guys should definitely go follow me there, and you guys can also subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more videos like this one. Maybe I'll wait till 300,000 to do another festival storytime video. Who knows? Probably not if you guys really like this one. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.